think Garcia steps up and weight easier than Haney does.
Yeah, Ramirez is a good fighter.
Haney obviously unbeaten.
Yes, unbeaten.
I think Haney's skill set, he should have too much for Ramirez.
It's 94.4% for Haney, 5.6 for Ramirez.
Haney wide points win.
Okay. I'll have Haney close points win. Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight between Davin Haney and Jose Carlos Ramirez, taking place at Times Square on the 2nd of May on the undercard of Garcia and Ramirez. It's taking place at welterweight as well. Let me start with a tail of the tape. Haney has 31 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. 31 fights in total, 15 wins by KO. He's age 26. He's 5 foot 975 centimeters tall. He's got a 71-inch, 180 centimeter reach. This is taking place at welterweight, so 147 pounds, 66.7 kilos, and he fights out of an orthodox stance. Ramirez has 29 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 31 fights in total as well. 18 wins by KO. He's age 32. He's 5 foot 10, 178 centimeters. And he's got a 72-inch reach, 183 centimeters. And he also fights out of an orthodox stance. So Simon, as we said, this is on the Times Square one. And they're looking at the winner to face the winner of Garcia and Ramirez. And it's at welterweight, so both of them are stepping up in weight from super lightweight to welterweight. Interesting contest.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think this is closer than the Garcia and Romero, I think.
Yeah, interesting for Haney stepping up in weight, which I think Garcia steps up in weight easier than Haney does. Yeah. Haney obviously unbeaten.
Yes, unbeaten. Let's put that in quotes.
Yeah, he's unbeaten.
Yeah.
Got beat by a drugs cheat.
Yeah.
Confirmed drugs cheat, pleaded guilty.
Yep. Let's see what happens in the rematch. If they get it there. If he wins, gets past Ramirez.
Yeah.
I think this is tougher than most people think, because Ramirez is a good fighter. Because if you look on the predictions on here, it's 94.4% for Haney, 5.6 for Ramirez. 89% decision for Haney, 5.5% KO for Haney, and then 5.5% a decision for Ramirez. And the betting is 1-12 minus 1,200 for Haney, and 6-1 plus 600 for Jose Carlos Ramirez. I think that's a bit wider.
Yeah, but I think Haney's skill set, he should have too much for Ramirez. He really should have too much. Haney's a fantastic boxer.
Boxing-wise, he should have too much. I think Ramirez does have pop, though. He's got power. And if he catches you, he can, he can be troublesome.
Yeah. It's whether you catch Haney clean, though.
Yeah.
He's got that Garcia tight hook. Garcia couldn't get him out of there, though, could he?
Yeah, I mean, he did well, but he knocked him down a few times.
Yeah, but still couldn't get him out of there.
With some, performance enhancement. No, I think Haney's good. He's got good skill.
I want to see Haney back to... I think we both really highly rated Davin Haney. I think we both picked him to beat Garcia, if I remember rightly.
Well, mainly based on his boxing skill. We didn't think he was going to get caught, but he did a little bit. To be fair, I think he actually did well in that fight. I think just Garcia caught him on...
I think one of the judges had it 114, if I remember rightly. In that fight.
Give me 1 second.
I think it was one of them fights where the actual fight, Davin Haney won, but because of the knockdowns,
Well, I think he was more ahead, and then they had it like he got the point deducted, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he hit him on the back of the head or something.
Or
hitting him on the break or something, Garcia did. So he should have been 3 points ahead anyway, and I think 2.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, somebody had a draw, 112, 112.
Yeah, 112, 112. So, yeah, say one of the judges had a draw.
Which I think is just, that's a bit of a ridiculous score. But
Haney's boxing brain should get him through this pretty easy. But it's his first time back since the Garcia
it's a
fight.
step up, and I think Ramirez is big as well. It's not like normally Haney's got that advantage because Haney walks around about 180. So actually, I think 140 is quite hard for him to get to as well in weight. But I think here you've got a guy who's equally big.
There's no way Haney walks around at 180 pound.
That's what he said. He walks around at.
Oh, man, and he's dropping 40 pound.
That's why he said he was when they had the fight to 135, 140. That's why I think welterweight is probably more his natural.
Okay. Well, it's going to be
my concern with Haney is he hasn't got the pop, even at like 135, 140. Now, whether he gets that there, whereas I think Ramirez has.
But he doesn't sit down on his punches, Davin Haney.
Yeah, he's more a boxing school, but sometimes you need to be able to do that, and I'm not sure if he has. We haven't seen him do it, even against, like I said, even a 135 or 140. Although that might be because he's so weight trained from trying to get down.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry.
Because it's a hell of a lot to lose, isn't it? You would have thought they'd be around about 170, 165.
I'd be thinking more like 150s, 10, 12 pound above.
No, well, I think some of them are quite a lot, and they lose about 20 pounds, isn't it?
No,
20, 25. But like that's 40. That's like quite a lot.
No, I think in both these fights, Ramirez and Romeo, I think they've been picked pretty well. If they're a big enough name to get the interest, but they're not quite good enough to be.
Romero is more one-sided, although actually in the betting it's less, isn't it? But I think Ramirez is better than Romero, as I think this is closer contest.
Yeah, but you don't know nothing about boxing.
Yeah, that's true.
So. I think it's just going to be a wide point win for Haney, this. I think it'd be a bit boring, actually.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not.
No, it's going to be.
I think Haney will. Yeah, I can see it two ways, because I think from Haney's point of view, it's a boxing masterclass. I think he can outbox him. Basically what Boza did to him. It
depends what Garcia's took out of Haney,
Yeah, that's like where my point is, isn't it? My second point was going to be, it's what version of Haney turns up, and has he got that little bit of doubt now?
Because let's not forget, at one point, Haney was the man.
Yeah,
He'd beaten Kambosis, Lomachenko.
Yeah.
He was the man. Now he's kind of like. The Garcia one's hard, isn't it? Because there's so much controversy over it.
Well, that's why it's not on the record. So if you take that, I think the whole, like I said, I think what you've sort of getting at is this is really a setup for Garcia Haney number 2, or the real version, proper version of the fight, and at a weight that suits both of them better. I think definitely Garcia better. So I think there is that. So Romero and Ramirez are really there to make up the numbers.
Yeah.
I just think Ramirez is better than
but we know what happens.
What Romero is.
When you try and set these fights up, people crash parties.
Yeah, and I think out of the two of them, I think Ramirez is the guy who can.
Bloody...
Because I wouldn't...
Zhile Zhang crashed the Joshua Wild party, didn't he? Joseph Parker crashed
him. And he crashed Zhang as well. Yeah, and I have that feeling about Ramirez. I think this is the one that's quite a tough fight. But I still think Haney will just about get it over the line. But I think this is closer than what the betting and the thing is. I think Garcia's is probably more... If a real Garcia turns up, I think he takes care of Romero fairly well. I think the real Haney turns up, he will beat Ramirez, but it's going to be a 12 rounder, and I think it's, I don't think it's going to be wide points. I think it'll be by a few rounds.
No, see, I do think it will
like
be
a 115, 113 or something.
I think Haney wins like
Or a 116.
7-8 rounds.
No, I think it'll be closer. I think Ramirez is going to give him a few problems.
No, Haney's boxing skills are so far superior to Ramirez's now. Man.
But Ramirez is like awkward, and he's got pop and power, and he can
It
slow
doesn't
you
matter
down.
about pop and power when you've got superior boxing skills.
Yeah, but so's Barboza Jr., and he's close with him. It wasn't that far a fight.
Haney wide point win.
Okay. I'll have Haney close points win. But I could see Ramirez stopping him as well.
Too late, you've already said.
Yeah, I'm favouring that, but I'm just putting it out there for the fans. I can see Ramirez fans. I can see Ramirez stopping him as well.
I love it when
in
you're
about
wrong.
round 10.
I love it when you're wrong.
Yeah.
It brightens up
Well,
my day.
I'm only going for Haney because I want to see Haney and Garcia again. Realistically, I'd rather go for Ramirez, to be honest.
No, I think Haney and Garcia.
I think
like
there's going to be an upset.
No, I think these have been carefully picked. That they're big enough names to put a show on at Times Square.
Well, I was going to pick him to pick an upset, but then I remembered the next fight, Lopez and Barboza, and I think that's the one where the upset's going to be. So,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
I think this is really good match.
What are we doing? You're doing wide points, and I'm doing close points.
And I think both Haney and and then you know.
I think this is a good workout for Haney, though.
Yeah, and then
good
they'll most probably be in the ring afterwards. They'll have a pushing and shoving, and the dads will fight each other and all that palaver and.
The marketing will be going for the next fight.
And it's in Times Square. They most probably get elevated above New York City, and it'll just be, or they'll
So
be
unless one of them crashes the
standing
party.
on the Statue of Liberty or something, pure dramatics and absolute fantastic, production that is.
Well, the Riyadh season ones are normally
Is Riyadh.
We shall
Is
see what they
Riyadh
do.
brewing boxing?
Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of this fight, Ramirez or Haney. Do you think the real Haney will turn up? Do you think Ramirez has got more of a chance than what we've got on here? And let us know what you think will happen. Let us know your thoughts. And
I'm glad Haney's back.
like and subscribe. Yeah, it's good to see them all back, all of them, because they've been a bit, like you said, they don't have enough fight. All boxers.
So you do agree with me,
I
but,
do,
but as
really.
long as when it's not Crawford.
No, when it's Crawford, it doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants. None of these guys are Crawford, so I think all of them need to do more work. Let us know your thoughts, like and subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much.